Webquest that you will be doing on the Civil Rights Movement project. I know what you are thinking. Is there a way to study the Civil Rights Movement without using your book? What would you say if I told you that starting today, all you will need to learn about the Civil Rights Movement activist is a computer? If you follow the steps of this Webquest, you will discover interesting facts about civil rights activists, including information about their early lives, their families, and their impact on the civil rights movement. Students will research the civil rights movement and choose a civil rights activist they want to learn more about. They will choose a civil rights activist to learn the importance of their role in the movement. Is to first find 2 civil rights activists from the list provided that you are interested in and that you would like to learn more about. You will gather information about these individuals. This information could include, but is not limited to, background information on the person's life, what motivated them to become involved in the civil rights movement, the impact they had on the civil rights movement, and their life after the civil rights movement. Using the information that you have accumulated, you will create a series of journal entries from the point of view of the activist you have chosen. The entry should include the following requirements. You should include a minimum of 4 journals, 2 for each activist you choose. Each journal entry needs to be approximately half-page handwritten. The entries need to contain the information you compiled from your earlier research, and the entries need to be organized in chronological order in some form of binder, folder, or notebook. You will then prepare a presentation on your journal entries. Step 1. The first thing you will do is click on the name of these different civil rights activists and read about each one. Next, pick 2 that you find the most interesting and will want to write about. Once you have chosen your activist, you will go back and read more in depth about him or her. Take notes on important information that you would find relevant in writing a diary entry from their perspective. For further information on the civil rights activists, check out these websites below. Step 3. Create 2 or 3 diary entries that come from the perspective of your activist. In these journal entries, you can write about some of the major events that were involved that they were involved in throughout the movement, or what every day was like for them. This is where you get to be creative and write anything you want, as long as it's relevant to the civil rights movement or that person's life. The journals should be at least half-page and handwritten. If you have any questions on what you can or cannot write about, ask me during class. Following is an example of a sample diary entry. Step 4. Once you have completed the required journal entries, you will bind them together in some sort of binder, folder, or portfolio. You can use whatever organization you would like, as long as it looks neat and put together. There is also an opportunity for extra credit. If you go the extra mile and create extra journals or add something unique to your project, you could earn up to 10 extra credit points. How you earn these points is up to you. Be creative. Once it has all been finished, bring the final product to class on March 27th. The last step is you will create a short presentation to give to the class about what you have learned about your activist. As you can see here, there is a rubric, and it covers the 4 different steps that you need to complete: the content, the creativity, the grammar, and the organization. In each of these categories, you can receive up to 15 points. 15 points is excellent, 12 points is good, 9 points is fair, 6 points is poor. Under each poor, fair, good, or excellent, there is requirements on what you should complete and what would fall in each category. Please look over the rubric, and if you have any questions about it, ask me before turning in your final project. Let's take a minute to review everything you've done. First of all, you did a lot of research on the web. Hopefully this has shown you the internet can be very reliable and is a great resource to use. You have used the internet to learn about the civil rights movement in a different way. You also learned how to compose a diary entry from an outside point of view, and you have prepared an oral presentation and you're ready to present it to an audience. This Webquest not only taught you about the civil rights activists and the civil rights movement, but it also introduced you to all the ways the internet can be used to educate us.